Welcome in, everyone, to another Dynasty Fantasy Football episode. This one's going to be a little different. I have no show sheet, no plan, nothing really to talk about. But I just figured I'd do something different. It's my 29th birthday today. I'm getting old. That'd be a Dynasty sell for myself, of course. Yeah, yesterday we had a fun Super Bowl. It's kind of boring for the beginning, but second half got more interesting. Fourth quarter and overtime. It's always nice to have overtime in a Super Bowl. Sucks that Kyle Shanahan was on the losing end both times. But yeah, I enjoyed it. There's not really any major fantasy takeaways from that game, other than that someone might overpay Juwan Jennings in free agency. That could be interesting in Dynasty. I don't know. We'll see if that happens. Maybe just something to look for on the back end of Dynasty rosters. But other than that, not really too much to take away from the game. Yeah. If you like what we're doing on YouTube, still just 8 subscribers away from 2,500. I wanted to hit 2,500 before the Super Bowl. It didn't happen. I was sick all week, so I didn't have much of a chance to promote it. I appreciate everyone who stuck with me on the Thursday video. I was able to get my voice to hold up for those 9 minutes, and that was pretty much all I had. So, yeah, we can get to that 2,500 mark. I would love it. Additionally, the Patreon. Look, I'll be honest. It has been a rough time. And I have, in 2021 and 2022, it was easy to get people to sign up for Patreon. I feel like people were signing up constantly. People really wanted to join up and see what I was doing, take a look at my rankings, later the Discord, the DM advice. And I don't know what's changed, but it's felt almost impossible to get people to sign up. Whenever it's even brought up, I'm usually smashed, yelled at, or told that it would be stupid for me to even consider that anything should cost more than $0. And while I, understand that everyone, of course, wants everything to be free, the best things in life, unlike the saying, are often not free. There's no such thing as DM fantasy advice helping you manage your team, especially a dynasty team, for free. Nobody does that. Most people don't do it for money. Most people don't try to do it at all because it's hard. It's hard. That's why people don't do it. So I promise you it's worth it. I wouldn't have had hundreds of patrons or, however much revenue over the last few years if it weren't worth it, if people didn't like it. But it's been a tough market lately. And, at the end of the day, this YouTube channel is not profitable. This YouTube channel loses money. It does. It loses money. It costs me more money to maintain all the, the StreamYard, buy stuff like the camera, the Canva subscription for thumbnails. Like, this YouTube channel doesn't make money. So if we want the YouTube channel to continue to create this type of content, I'm never going to stop doing the Patreon. The Patreon is very profitable. It doesn't cost me a lot of money to do the Patreon or a lot of time compared to the amount of revenue it brings in. But the YouTube channel loses money. So I can only continue to do this if it's profitable, because at the end of the day, I want to do this forever as like a full-time job. That's what I want. And if that's not going to happen for me, I'm not going to be able to do the not profitable things, which is mostly the YouTube. It's not profitable. So I'm not going to be able to keep putting out 3 videos a week unless it's part of a profitable enterprise. I just don't have the energy. Like, if I'm going to go and do something else as a career, I'd probably keep doing the Patreon and that's it, as like a side hustle, and then move on from YouTube. So, I just appreciate everyone who considers the Patreon as a product. I work my ass off for the patrons. I'm always there in the Discord. It's a lot better than asking me questions on Twitter. If you've asked me questions on Twitter, you've probably noticed that I don't really respond to them anymore. On Twitter, people are mean. People are mean. Most people, honestly, I rarely even get a thank you. Maybe about half the time at best. I don't enjoy it anymore. Twitter used to be a great place, and it's not anymore. So, you know, the Discord, at the end of the day, when people are paying to be somewhere, they act nicer when they're there. As weird as it is, if you're paying for it, you would think it would be the other way around, but no, like people feel like they're putting value into something, so they want to maximize it and not, you know, take it to a negative place. So all my patrons have been very rarely, if ever, had any incidents in the Patreon Discord. Everyone's always so kind and nice and appreciative, and also have good discourse with each other. Another thing I think you can do in the Patreon Discord, which I don't think happens on open Twitter. So that's something I'm always trying to build and honestly trying to keep working on. I try to encourage people to have more discussion in there beyond just asking me questions. Because while I think I'm good at this, I'm just one person. I think people value a conversation. That's part of what I'm trying to build there. And I know that this video is really not, super informative. I do have an informative video ready, but honestly, like I said, I was sick all week. Actually, I had strep throat, so I'm just now. Voice still a little shaky, but I'm just now getting back to the right energy to be able to do stuff like this. So I have a rookie mock draft that I did over the weekend. There were some technical issues, but I do have it, and I'm going to record that breakdown of that tomorrow and release it as the Wednesday video. So we have that to look forward to. Other than that, one thing I'd really love for people to leave in the comments, either here or in the community part of the YouTube, is what kind of content you'd like for the rest of the off season. I do really want to know. Like at the end of the day, I have a good idea of what the algorithm's going to like, but also sometimes I'm wrong. Like sometimes I think the algorithm's going to like something and I'm wrong. So if people would be interested in it, I'll give it a shot, see if I can make it work in the algorithm. And if I can't, I can't, but no harm in trying something once and taking a shot at it. I might do some free agency videos. I'll definitely do some rookie content, although the first rookie content really flopped. So maybe I'll probably focus more on free agency content and my usual like buy, sells, and stashes until free agency kind of is over. And then maybe as we get to the NFL Combine, probably that's when I'll start looking more at rookie content. And then really kick into high gear after free agency is over in late March and early April. I'll focus more on rookies then. But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I know that people love my, buy, sell, stashes, trades, that kind of thing. So that'll keep continuing. And I just really appreciate everyone who comes and watches. Yeah, you guys have been a great audience. I really did kind of a hard pivot from mostly being a live content creator to someone who does recorded videos almost exclusively over the past year. I've progressed slower and slower. And then over the last like 4 or 5 months, I've really made like a hard pivot toward the recorded videos. So yeah, I want to thank Caleb for walking me through the thumbnail and SEO process. I don't think we'd have these videos if it weren't for him. So Caleb, Niami Caleb on Twitter. Make sure to go give him a follow. But other than that, I'm just kind of excited for the off season. As a content creator, I love the off season. There's a lot less of a grind, a lot less stress. I don't feel like there's the same kind of timetable on all my content. So I can just kind of sit back and be more creative instead of having to just do kind of the same content schedule over and over again. But I think we can mostly leave it there. make sure we'll have Monday. Most weeks, last week I know I was sick, but most weeks we'll do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday release schedule unless there's some reason why something big news happens or something. But typically we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday release schedule throughout the off season. 3 shorter videos, usually between 10 to 15 minutes. And yeah, that'll be what we have here. Patreon.com/fantasy advice for the Patreon. I'm back as a writer at DLF. I don't write during the season just because the turnaround time's too quick. But during the off season, I do write. I'm doing a series on contracts, so you can check that out at DLF's website. I've actually really enjoyed writing this recent series, so we'll see what else I have in the pipeline there. And yeah, I just appreciate everyone who consumes any of my content. I did also make a buy me a coffee profile, mostly for donations. But if you want to buy the ranking spreadsheet only, just one-time charge. If you want to just keep it simple, $25 for that gets you all rankings for the entire 2024 season. Simplify it. Everything, you just get everything for the $25 from now until the end of 2024 fantasy season. So at the end of week 17, you get everything for that price. Dynasty ranks, rookie ranks, redraft ranks, and start sit ranks for the whole season, $25. And I'll put the link to the Buy Me a Coffee profile. And there's also a Venmo offer for the same exact thing where you can do it through there. I just posted it on Twitter today. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll see you guys with that Dynasty Rookie Mock on Wednesday. And thanks everyone for watching. And I'll see you all later. Peace out.